Oh, hail and well met, adventurers! Hail and well met, 'tis I, your games master, Mark/Mara/Sherlock Cubes. I've got so many names. I have too many names. Welcome, it's time for another episode of High Rollers D&D. I'm here with my friends. Here they are. Pew! We got Rhiannon. We've got Kristrot. We've got Kim. And on the other side of the table... Oh, my special boy Tom and Katie as well.
Look at his smile. It's a nice smile, isn't it?
Nice smile.
Smile for the picture.
It's like Tim
Horton.
Oh.
I've set him off. I've got him thinking about the
Get those Tim bits. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
I thought you said because your jaw clicked.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, also.
Right, I would like to request you all get your sillies and funnies out right now, because I'm about to do quite a genuinely serious announcement. So, like, get all your sillies out.
Would you like a Pez?
I don't want a Pez, thank you.
But it's a Yoshi Pez.
It is a Yoshi Pez.
Why do you
Would anyone like a
Anybody
Pez?
I'm okay for
Pez.
I've already had one, thank you.
Why do we need a serious announcement?
Well, you're going to find out in a minute. I'm going to let the Pez get dispensed. Right, are we all good?
Can't keep me quiet.
All right. Sam, if you wouldn't mind, on to me. Well, it's coming up to 10 years of High Rollers, would you believe? We've done quite a lot in that time. Shut up. I'm going already. No, it's coming up to 10 years of High Rollers. We've done an awful lot in that time. 3 major campaigns, big ones.
Oh.
We've done loads of mini-series and one-shots, some amazing one-shots. Things like hosting the cast of Baldur's Gate 3, their first ever D&D. We helped launch the Cosmere RPG and the Avatar RPG on Kickstarter. You know, we worked with some amazing business partners for sponsorships and merch. We've appeared as guests on other TTRPG shows, and we've even done our own live show on London's West End. But there's one thing we haven't done. Something I really wanted to do during a ROAS. But I couldn't make it happen on my own. The scope of the work was just a bit too much, and it became a little bit of a joke. Well, it's not a joke anymore. Coming to Kickstarter in Q1 of 2026, in partnership with our amazing friends at Roll and Play Press, I am delighted to announce Altheya, the Dragon Empire campaign setting. Woo! What is wrong with me?
Oh, my God. It's so cool.
It is happening! Yeah. It's happening!
Jonker.
So this is a dummy copy. This is not the final books. As I said, the Kickstarter is coming at the start of next year. We are in the process of locking down the interior contents. But what I can tell you is that it will have a comprehensive chapter on all the lore and history of Ilmera and Altheya, which will include all the gods, the planes, magic, all of that stuff. It will have detailed chapters for each of the provinces and Kelskaris, which will have secrets and plot hooks and lore and NPCs, maps, all of that good stuff. It will also have a little bit about lands outside of Ilmera, just to inspire some ideas. And there will also be a GM and player toolkit section for subclasses, including Gruff's Order of the Green Shield and Ophelia's Path of the Blood Fury, and a couple more that never made it to the campaign. Plus magic items and monsters as well. The Kickstarter, as I said, is launching early next year, but what you can do right now is sign up for notifications when the Kickstarter page will go live. And the more folk that we get to sign up early, it will actually help Kickstarter boost the project when it does launch. So we want to get as many people signed up for the notifications as possible. You can go to rollandplaypress.com/high rollers. That will take you to the Kickstarter page where you can sign up to get informed of when Altheya, the Dragon Empire Kickstarter campaign setting is happening. There'll be cool stretch goals. There's loads of cool stuff. This has been something I've been cooking in the background for a while.
Let it cook.
But yeah, big thank you to our good friends Roll and Play Press. Honestly, they have been so good with all of this, and like this is a work in progress, but it's going to get there. Cover art, I need to check the name, but the cover art is by the fellow who did the Daggerheart core book as well.
Very cool.
So very, very
It's
cool.
got our characters
It's got
on it.
characters.
Honor.
So the back also, this doesn't have the blurb and stuff on it yet, but there's some like little details, perhaps a very familiar looking tavern in the background there, with a kobold yelling out the front, one of the Tareks. But yeah, there's going to be loads of this stuff, loads of gorgeous art's going to be in the final book. It's going to be an amazing project. So come and check that out and go sign up for the notifications for when the Kickstarter launches. God, I really thought I'd be all right getting through that.
Hey, you did fine. You did fine.
We all knew.
I thought I was going to be all right.
Yeah. It's happening!
It's happening!
It's happening!
God,
Finally!
I wrote this script as well. I
It's a
wrote
great
it.
script.
I wrote it.
You write the characters that make you cry all the time. Why
so
would that make
cool
a difference?
to just see a physical thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And to have a physical thing. You can have Altheya in your home.
I should also point out, it is not the final art. There is still a couple of little tweaks that we're going to make to some of the characters. This is pretty much there. This is pretty much there. So, it's very,
Incredible.
very exciting.
Yeah.
And honestly, just to talk a little bit about it as well, I actually had quite a few companies over the years who've reached out saying, we'd love to work with you on this, we'd love to do this with you. And I was always umming and ahhing. When Roll and Blade did it, the way they approached it, the way they sold it to me, the way they've broken it down, the stuff that they've shown me as they were pitching it, basically they wanted it, was so good. And I've always loved the way that they structure the books, the way they put their books together. Honestly, could not ask for a better partner.
Amazing. They're great. They're such a good team.
Yeah. As someone who's seen some of the emails behind this and their brief and all of that, I was really impressed with the way
they're
they
so
did it
good.
as well. So you're in good hands.
And they're High Rollers fans.
Yeah.
Like they
Right.
They've
know
supported
us.
us over the years. They've supported.
So long.
Jasper has also.
Yes,
worked
yeah,
with
so
Black
they did the City of
Halflings.
Black Rose through their stuff.
So it's like a very trusted and beloved partner.
Yeah,
for
I mean, like One Shot
supporting.
Wonders and One Shot Wonders 2, which literally just did like
absolutely.
700 grand on
So
Kickstarter.
great,
So good. But yeah, it's really, really good. And I couldn't, they're going to smash it. The stuff that we've talked about and like, they're so excited about it. It's just going to be really, really good. So keep an eye on that. Q1 2026, please go sign up. Like, I cannot stress enough, please sign up for that early notification. Get your friends, even if they're not High Rollers fans. I think there's going to be a lot in here for just D&D fans or fantasy fans. I think there's going to be a lot in here for those guys as well. And there'll be a nice tier for everyone of different budgets. If you've got a small budget or if you've got a big budget, there'll be something on the Kickstarter for everybody. So, yes, there you go. There is the big, exciting announcement.
There's our logo on it. I know. It's got our website on it.
Yeah.
You know what's on that website?
No, it was deleted.
It was
Not your bio.
not your bio.
Yeah, not your bio.
We can bring it back.
I should point out, by the way, that when I showed some early review, like concepts to the team about what was going to go in the book, and Tom was like, "Oh, cool, we can have character quotes. Like, you could have quotes from something." He immediately sent me the
linked the
fucking
wiki.
Jork in my peanuts. He was just like, "Here's one for you," and just sent me that straight away. That is not going in the book.
Zoom
A
in
little
on that
bio
one.
on Rust End, and then underneath that, chalk in my penis.
No, absolutely.
Hey,
It could happen.
stranger things have happened.
If only if
It
you
won't
unlock
happen.
it at that
If you
tier.
unlock it, stretch goal.
Kickstarter stretch goal.
The Xanthias chapter.
We get 2 million.
Yeah.
chapter.
You know what? Yeah. If the Kickstarter hits 2 million, I will make sure that there is included. But it will be an NPC stat block for Tom, and the quote for Tom can be that basically.
Yeah.
If we hit 3 million, can it be on the front cover?
No.
There's a space.
There's no amount of money that I'm doing that for. There is going to be a special edition cover though. Very different to this one. Anyway, that is it. There's a big exciting announcement. And if you came by Comic-Con, so you're watching this after Comic-Con, but maybe you can have a little peeky at it while you're at Comic-Con too.
Smell it.
A ghost.
A ghost. We're haunted.
Perfect. But yeah, that's it. So the only other announcement is, and this is just a nice little one at the end here, is don't forget this is your absolute last call. We are doing the Halloween show on Friday.
5 days. days.
5 days in Bristol at St George's. There are still tickets. We'd love to see you there. If you're thinking, come on by. There's going to be merch. We're going to have the longest johns.
Yeah.
You get to see all of your community. A load of people are flying
Best
in.
Halloween you've ever done.
Yeah, like
Dress up if you want. Why
dress
not?
up.
Be a
if you
Percy.
want. You might see some. If you are in Twitch chat or YouTube chat quite frequently, you might spot a couple of people who have quite well known in the community.
Friends.
Yes, quite a few regulars.
We're gonna
Of
end
course,
up
they are
making
audience
Bristol
members as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that it's a nice community thing if you'd
Yes.
like to come and meet some of the regular faces from the
Yes.
community.
We're gonna
they'll be around.
end up making it look like a cult if too many Percys show
That's
up.
true.
I
It's
want
gonna look like
it.
I encourage
want
it.
I'm cool
It's
with
Halloween.
Yeah.
And it's in a
that.
church.
Yeah.
I've said to
Spooky as hell.
one of my friends is coming, I gave her a ticket and she was like, "Oh, can I dress up?" I was like, "Yeah." If there's loads of skeletons, just don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Queen.
And also, you don't need to go crazy. You could
No.
just do the face paint,
Yeah.
for example.
Robe
Oh,
or a
that's
face
a
paint.
mask.
Oh, yeah.
Like Day of the Dead. What's it in Spanish? Dios.
Dios to
Dios
the
to the
men.
mental.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It could be like that. Anyway, that's it. Tickets still available for the Bristol live show. We'd love to see you there.
Yeah.
It's literally 5 days from now. That's
Tim,
it.
no.
No.
Stop it.
Tim.
I enabled her.
Sam, run the intro. Hello and welcome back to Altheya, the Dragon Empire. Previously, the heroes of Ashen Rest spent a little bit of downtime following their adventures and misadventures in the Suncrest Isles. Training, tavern running, research, and religion were all on the cards, but a letter delivered to Xanthius Oregon, penned by his draconic father, Lord Oregonus, brought them together in solidarity and heartfelt conversations were had. They decided to inform Lord Obsidius of this turn of events, their unlikely ally in the Crown Steel conspiracy they find themselves embroiled in. Lord Obsidius agreed to help keep an eye out and do what he could. But alongside this, a large black raven sought out Daisy Thistleheart, and speaking on behalf of Blackwing, the elven mage they had befriended months before, asked to make good on a favor that Daisy owed them. Meeting with the alien and strange elf in their tower, Ravenstar Spire, the party have been tasked with traveling into the planar realm of the Feyweald to recover some personal effects of Blackwings that were left behind when the elves were forced to abandon their planar home in the face of a bloody and vicious coup by the Unseelie Fey, Hags, and Formians. Blackwing offered the party to take whatever else they could find in their estate, but asked for 3 humble items to be reclaimed. And that is where we pick up our story today, as you make your way back, having visited Blackwing, the sun beginning to set over Ashen Rest. And that is where we find ourselves today. And of course, this is the beginning of a new session, which does mean it is time to roll for the Crucible of Fate.
Okie dokie, watch this drive. Oh my god.
Judging by Katie's reaction, I believe that is a dice
5!
for you.
Thank you.
2.
A dice for me.
1.
A dice for me. My special day.
5.
Oh, a dice
I don't
for
think
you.
I've failed recently.
Too good.
In
A deuce. Oh,
Yeah.
nice for me.
I've repeatedly rolled 2s.
Can I make this even Stevens?
Go on.
Would be nice.
No. 2. That's a dice for me.
Oh, no, 4 and 2. Okay.
4 and 2.
Can I ask what the 3 things that we were asked to recover were? Because I've got folio of artwork.
A
Yes.
jewellery
From a
box,
study.
the shape of an ever-bloom flower.
Yes,
Jewellery
The
box.
blanket from their sitting room.
that is correct.
Jewellery box is the one thing I was missing. Thank you.
In the shape of an everbloom.
Found in
Gotcha.
their bedroom, in Blackwing's bedroom.
Okie doke.
Oh, the jewellery box.
Yes. Yes.
Study, bedroom, and sitting room.
Yes. Very good to know. But yeah, so having had that conversation, and from the sounds of it, very much agreeing to perform this for Blackwing, you have made your way out. And I believe that there was a little bit of chat about gathering up some supplies, perhaps purchasing some scrolls,
Yes.
but also perhaps there is some business to be done as the sun fades.
Bidness.
Night
Goodness.
falls.
We can embark on some bidness. But the first thing was Pass Without Trace, which Gruff already has prepared.
got that covered.
So we don't need to worry about Pass Without Trace. This is a stealth mission after all.
Disguise.
That's all I
Disguise.
can help you with.
Yeah.
Disguise self or disguise.
Physical disguise,
body.
disguise kit. Yes.
Yeah, or yeah, I guess the scrolls. So does anyone have a disguise kit?
No.
9.
9.
I thought I did, but I didn't.
Got Percy.
No.
Oh.
Oh, I do!
We do
I've
you?
got one.
Oh, I thought
Are you actually
someone did.
like proficient in it?
As well. Where's that from?
That's probably your background as like an entertainer.
I don't think I'm proficient in it.
Oh, right.
You just have it.
I've just got it.
You're like
Okay.
me with makeup.
I'm a scarab armor. I guess I could just be like.
It does
not very
completely cover your
fey.
face. It doesn't look well. Like, yeah, it doesn't really look fey-like,
Yeah.
unless you were some sort of creepy bug person.
I could be a creepy bug
You
person.
could be a creepy bug. Are they in the Feywild? You don't know.
Yeah, I guess the best way would be to get the spell scrolls, but how much would 5 disguise self scrolls cost?
Well, because it's only a first level spell,
Okay.
I believe that Disguise Self only lasts,
Only lasts
1
an
hour.
Yeah.
What's a good one?
So it's the kind of
Alter
thing you would
self?
have to choose
Alter
when you use
You
it.
have a sculpture. No, it's yeah. Shut up. Ken.
So the wand of the sculptor, I think, does have some stuff on there.
It
but-
does have
does,
alter
yeah.
self on it.
Yes. But I think the other thing is Disguise Self can only be cast on yourself, so you won't be able to cast it on each other. But for those of you who can cast spells,
Only
it'd probably
lasts
be
an
about 100 gold for a scroll of Disguise Self. It's a first level spell, so it's actually purchasable from the one of the house of the Quill, which is here in Ashen Rest.
Okay.
Um,
Do we want to go 5 honey deep on this?
Yeah.
4 honey deep if you've got it in your wand?
So I can.
House of the Quill and Scale, which is to St. Abernon, which is the local
did-
library.
Also
I
say
can
that
wild
people
shape.
can-
So
Yeah, you could become an animal, and that would blend in pretty well in the Feywield. Yeah, absolutely.
so probably don't need one from one.
They did
You
say
can still
that.
cast spells, right, when you're wild shape?
No, I can cast a spell, then
Then
go into
concentrate on
wild
it.
shape and
Okay.
concentrate on
How
it.
long is Pass Without Trace?
An hour.
Is it now?
I think it's like 6 hours, isn't it?
No, I think
It's 24 hours.
Oh,
is
maybe
it
not
4
since
hours?
the update.
It's 6
actually.
I
days.
think it's
Yeah,
more.
since the it's not down.
Oh, yeah, it's an hour.
Oh, it's 1 hour. Okay. Still, we can use that, but that means you'd have to unwild shape to cast that, and then re-wild shape, which isn't the worst. But up to you.
They said that higher level things would see through magical disguises. So I'm wondering if we look at getting physical disguises instead. Because then we don't
Yeah.
need to cast it multiple times. We could.
You would just be a bit more limited in what you can do with the physical disguise. Like, it'd probably be easiest to disguise most of you as elves. But just remember, from a lore perspective, the elves were basically chased out. So any elves that remain are probably subjugated by the Unseelie. And you don't really know what the Unseelie look like or anything like that.
True.
So, something to consider. But you can think on that as you make your way back to Tyria's Rest. As I said, the sun is dipping down. And Sister Ophelia, I believe you had some plans.
Yes. So Ophelia has been handing out pamphlets, left, right, and centre, putting them up, drawing attention to the
Yes.
upcoming sermon.
Quite a crowd is gathering as you have made quite an impact in the last few weeks with this particular most recent pamphlet, which questions the cost of worthiness, a key factor in the Church of the Scions kind of religious beliefs here. And you've drawn in quite an eclectic crowd, a lot of disenfranchised, sort of lower wage workers and labourers mixed in with middle-class merchants who are perhaps more academically questioning of faith and religion. There is also probably, as you've advertised these sermons, you can see that, down the street, not far from Tyria's Rests, groups of faithful the Scions are sort of not quite protesting, but are trying to stop people.
Oh, no.
This is heresy. You're risking your soul. Please, don't listen to her. She's been sent here to corrupt your soul and get more soldiers for the Grave Father. She's a vile temptress. There is this beginning to take place around the streets and things as well.
Your flyer as well, I'm trying to recall. It had a depiction of Saint Altheya, but was it you as the saint?
No, it's Saint Defir.
That's Saint Altheya.
Oh, okay. I thought, for some reason, I remember it being like Ophelia, but with the bow.
No, she's got Saint Defir has a skull face.
Oh, right, okay.
The bow.
So I was going to say, if it's like Ophelia as the saint, that must be
that would
more
be- that would
egregious.
be-
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been a big deal.
I think even Gruff would have been like,
No, too much. No.
It's got a skull face.
Oh, okay. Oh, of
It
course.
is an artistic but truthful rendition.
Yeah.
It's not
of the
far
saint.
off Ophelia's outfit.
Well,
it's just a
Skeleton face.
It's a flowy robe. It's got the middle bit.
Ophelia.
I can see Ophelia in that skull.
I see more Percy.
Yeah, I'm seeing more Percy than Ophelia.
Oh, so not even the higher up is good enough to be the saint. The saint is just your manservant, your skeletal servant.
You're reading so far into it.
I'm just trying to think how much you're insulting these people.
I mean, she's insulting them enough.
Yeah.
Ophelia and Saint Defir are very similar
vibes.
inspirations and vibes. Yeah.
We just, same Pinterest board.
Same Pinterest boards. Yeah,
A lot
exactly.
of religions have commonalities,
Yeah.
so it's not.
But she took those and then went,
Here's where you're wrong.
shook them all up.
You are not quite at the point where this is causing enough of a commotion where, guards have been called or anything. The faithful of the Scions, and, you're talking about, school teachers and local bakers, normal common people who are volunteers effectively. They are, and perhaps there is maybe one or two minor priests with them. They are just speaking to people that they can see are making their way towards the shrine. Perhaps those who are dressed in dark robes and things like that. As people are sort of approaching, many aren't in dark robes. The curious have come in their own attire, but it is becoming something of the same. What does Ophelia?
The curious.
Yeah, the curious. How does Ophelia react upon sort of seeing this?
Yeah, I imagine Ophelia's in her room, sort of getting ready, putting her robes on, and I imagine maybe she sees the torch lights of people gradually lighting up her room. So she looks out her window, and there's the crowd slowly amassing, and she's like, "They're not all here for me, are they?" Oh, by the Great Father, they're all here for me. Friends, we have a lot of work to do.
What now? What's happened?
Is there an angry mob
Rushing out of the
outside?
room.
Ophelia,
Is there an angry mob?
Not.
they're here for you, I think.
Do they have torches?
There's a lot of them.
Do they have pitchforks? Has
think
anyone
they have-
seen pitchforks? I
Open the
think just
windows.
the torches.
Who are you here for?
So this sort of gathered crowd, as they are beginning to filter into the sort of half of the garden where the shrine is, they sort of look up questioning and be like, "We're Sister Ophelia's shrine for the Grave Father?"
She's not a sister, she's a very naughty girl.
That's good. Sort of look up. They're even more confused now, sort of looking around questioningly.
Hey.
And you hear mutterings from the outside. Like, you can hear, like, one old preacher just maybe, like, you know, a bit down the street, like, you will condemn your souls. Do not go into that den of wicked darkness. The Grey Father will turn you into a soldier of him, or you will fight forever. You will never know peace or kindness or worthiness again. There's all this kind of, like, shouting, and there's probably a chance that it might affect some people, or at least sort of turn some people away. Doesn't seem to have too much of an effect, though.
Good. I think Ophelia will just, like, guss yourself up, like, straighten her robes. Okay, Percy, I'm going to go out.
Yes.
I think we need to do a little bit of crowd control, maybe. Shall we go and meet them? We'll go and meet them, yes?
As whatever you wish, Sister Ophelia.
Okay. She just swing the door of Tyria's rest open and just make her way, just sort of gracefully, arms tucked at her chest, just gradually walking over to the crowd.
Yeah, there's like a murmur of like because some of these people they know you, but they've not been sort of incited to come here by you. Like, they've read the pamphlets or they've spoken to Teresa. They've maybe seen you giving them out. And so it's not like a clamoring of a celebrity here. There is a sort of hushed quiet that falls over them as you approach. More of a reverence more than a sort of, oh my goodness, or anything like that, as you sort of make your way. And, you know, behind you is this very tall, broad-shouldered skeleton, draped in these monks' robes, but, definitely a little bit more obvious than they were before, sort of walking behind you with, I think, rough staff, right?
And then in every window is all of us, like, peeking over.
Yeah. Like,
or is it just
My
one
nose
window?
is just pressed against it.
So you're sort of looking out the front onto it as they sort of snake their way round, and you begin to follow the crowd through. Teresa is desperately trying to fit everybody in, but as you arrive, the pews are full of probably the earliest adopters. So some of those faces who first came to you many months ago now, they adorned in their own regalia of an Ilmeran Gravefather worshipper, basically. Dark robes bearing the symbol of the Gravefather, kind of dressed more like Teresa than yourself, because these people have never lived amongst the great houses. They only know what they've been sort of taught and learned. So somber black robes, symbols of the Gravefather, but you recognize a couple, a young merchant's daughter who you remember sort of coming in those early days, now just fully bedecked out, and sat with a few quiet friends who bow their heads when you sort of enter. But as it gets further back, you get some more of these curious, and then it's just everybody's crowding around the doorway and sort of trying to lean in and listen in, but you're not going to be able to fit many more people into this shrine as you currently have it.
Percy, I think we might need to expand for the next one.
It is getting like a crypt in here, my sister. It is becoming rather close.
Well, I'm ready. Yeah.
Bows his head. Teresa looks at you, and what do you? What's like a rite? What do you think this kind of ritual would be as you enter? Is this Teresa announces you, or is this, she begins hymns or singing, or?
Yeah, I think I imagine like Teresa would kind of light an incense. And then, as she's doing that, she would start slowly humming that low, droning, like singing that Osseous is known for. And she leads the congregation, so she'll come in first. And then, I'll follow after her. And then Percy will be at the back with the staff.
Sure.
Oh my God, this is like being in primary school.
So you see that
Just doing an assembly.
Yeah.
Teresa has probably fashioned, being something of an artificer herself, and being an engineer and skilled, she's made this metal skull-headed censer on a chain.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's made of dark iron, and it has a little bit of minor magic where the eyes are aglow, and it's the censer, the sweet, like quite sweet, but there's almost a like a metallic tang to it as well. It just pours out of the skull's like teeth and mouth and just fills the floor. This very heavy, thick smoked incense, and soon the very floor, you can't really see your feet or shoes as everything gets filled by this censure. But being a bit magical, it never rises or gets too much. It stays at just the right level, dissipating early enough so that it can be replenished to create this very moody atmosphere. And yeah, Teresa, this little light gnomish voice begins to sing, and it's a little rough. Teresa has tried to learn the language of Ossian and is in that process, but it's clearly somebody just repeating from memory, really, rather than understanding the words. And that's quickly picked up by a few people. Many of the guests and visitors don't know the song and don't sing along, but as it gets to the chorus and they begin to learn a very simplistic chant, they sort of begin to follow along. And soon everything, and then as the song comes to an end, you sort of making your way down the central part of this small shrine, you take your place at the head by the altar, Percival to one side, Teresa to the next, and this quiet as the singing stops. This deathly silence fills the room. People cough or sort of shuffle on their feet, but the presence, the divine magic infused into this place by your worship deadens those sounds. Somebody coughs, but it's way quieter than it should be. It's not as disruptive as it could be. And creates this very heavy, quite oppressive atmosphere.
Friends, new faces, thank you for joining me today. Ophelia says that. She'll turn to the shrine at the back of the shrine, the Gravefather effigy that's at the back of the shrine. We give so that we may continue. And then she takes out Lord Veracity, strikes it across her palm, and bloodlets onto the effigy of the Gravefather. First we must begin. We have thanks to give to our Lord.
You see a murmur and some hesitation amongst those nervous faces. Roll an insight check for me, Ophelia.
8.
You continue on, unaware of you're almost losing yourself in this moment. What you don't pick up on, Ophelia, is there's quiet murmurs that sort of, do we need to do? I don't want to come. There's this kind of nervousness seeing you bloodlet, but you see that the loyal followers who've been around for a while, they just keep their focus rapt attention on you.
Gravefather, my soul is eternally grateful for your strength and protection, guiding my blade through the flesh of those who threatened our purpose, their souls rendered, their sinew torn from bone. Ojania's grip has loosened, the path becoming ever clearer for you, my lord. Your gates forever open, your eternal kingdom, our refuge. Let us raise our voices in thanks, so that all of Ashen Rest may hear us and rejoice. Flesh for the mortal, blood for the eternal, in your grace.
Flesh for the mortal, blood for the eternal, in your grace. That front rows, those first few rows of the regulars, all repeat it, ad hominem. The newer faces, uncertain, more like observers, aren't sure if they should join in. A couple sort of murmur half finished sentences, perhaps of the last moment, that last few words, but there's definitely a sense of being uncertain at this point.
Now, new faces especially, let me guide you to the subject of today's sermon. Worthiness.
Definitely creates a bit of a murmur.
Who among you can say they are truly worthy? Who, in the eyes of the saints and scions, can say they uphold the faith? Who is worthy of living their lives in fear of the end, afraid of the judgment that awaits them by Saint Althea's arrow? To forget all that they are, all that they ever have been, only to try again and again. To what end? The saints and scions turned a blind eye when netting on sea succumbed to the honeyed words of Ajanya's cult. The saints and scions looked away when one of their most loyal devotees in Ashen Rest corrupted their faith with demonic influence. The saints and the scions were silent when Burnell was being incepted by Belane's influence. Are these people worthy in your eyes? Would you ascend alongside these who say that they are faithful when they feel the arrows sting? Would you put your faith in Saint Althea's aim? Are you willing to pay the price to be deemed worthy? My friends, the Grave Father's only ask of you is that you celebrate your lives with joy. Bask in his creation of mortality in all of its splendor. Isn't this gift of life precious? Treat it as such, and the Grave Father's gates will be open to your soul, his eternal kingdom, your home. True divinity is found in mortality.
That hushed silence, you see the eyes of those who are invested. Some perhaps even still a little on the fence themselves. This cements in their hearts, like, yeah, this is the path I wish to follow. I am in. There is trepidation still lingering amongst the faces. You don't need an insight roll to pick up on that. And I think that you see one nervous, quite young man, maybe looks like he comes from, some money, but not too much. Nervous, but is almost, you can see that he wants to speak or ask a question, but isn't sure if that's permitted or if this is what's right. But you can see that there's this look of somebody anticipating, like they want to come forward and speak, but isn't sure.
Do I pick up on that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's pretty easy to pick up. You're looking out at all these faces and you see he's quite central,
Sir, please, you look troubled. Can I help you with anything?
It is just, forgive me, Sister Ophelia, I came because I was curious. I hear what you are saying, but is it not true that if Gravefather, if we gave our souls to the Gravefather, and you speak of divinity and immortality, but would we not be soldiers? Would we not be forced to fight against the other planes? I am no soldier, madam. I don't wish to be a fighter. I don't wish to live and die again and again and again in service of anyone.
Would you want to live 1,000 lifetimes over and over again?
At least I would not remember them. But the idea of only ever knowing war, I do not know if that is something I can withstand. So it's true then, that is what we would become.
Osseous has many great purposes for souls. You could join the House of Rot, House of Bone, Shroud, Shadow. There are many uses for souls on Osseous.
I don't know what they mean, but are you saying that we would not have to be soldiers? Could it be that I could be an artist in the Gravefather's service? Could I be a sculptor or a writer, a scholar?
You could be the best scholar, the best sculptor, the best writer in the lifetime that you have. Wouldn't that want to make you aim for greatness in your mortal life rather than wish for it eternally?
It is more that I just fear what would become of me when the inevitable comes. Yes, I could live that life now, and I aim to, but if my soul is committed to the Gravefather, what happens then?
Then you are welcomed into his house.
As a soldier?
As a soldier.
You see, he nods. Thank you for your honesty, Sister Ophelia. You see that this young man and maybe 20% of the crowd that you've gathered here today, they definitely kind of take a step back, you can get that sense that this has sort of lost them a little bit, that they were maybe hoping for something else. But the rest, you see a few nod and look and turn, and it's prompted discussion amongst them. Neither lost them nor convinced them. Those who are here, they nod at you in that, yes, that is the price I'm willing to pay for what I can gain now. But it's an interesting flow as it goes. Is there anything else you'd like to say or do?
I think Ophelia wrap up, say thank you everybody for coming, and thank you to all the new faces for joining the congregation today. The Grave Father looks upon you with fondness.
They nod and you hear the mantra repeated back. And as people begin to filter out, the loyal, first few pews come up before the Grave Father and into the altered bowl where you've spilt your blood. They come up and you see them pull small blades, things like that. And they offer a few of their drops into the bowl as well. Flesh for the mortal, blood for the immortal. They speak to you as they offer their drops, and they whisper silent prayers to the Grave Father, and they just nod to you, Sister Ophelia, and they sort of begin to make their way.
Thank you for your devotion.
Of course, sister. And you get some male voices like sister, and you can see that there's soldiers amongst those loyalists. You recognize some of the city guard. They're definitely. They kind of turn to you, and I think maybe one of them, who's a bit of an older soldier, he'll kind of just say to you, just like, I've had a lifetime of training. It would be nice to know that there is something more, but at least I know I'll be of use to him when the time comes. There's a peace in that.
Yes. Thank you.
Of course. And he goes up and does his bloodletting and then makes his way out. But you can definitely see that some of those newer faces, it's a very fine balance of testing what they believe and what they've been taught and what they know, but also offering something on the other side. Teresa is sort of thanking them all as they make their way past, and will turn to you. And she kind of keeps the discussion going with some of the loyalists and things like that. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Percy, how could I have made that better?
It is not for me to say, Sister Ophelia. I have no knowledge of such things. I do not know if your friends could offer advice, but it is not for me to say, Sister Ophelia.
There must be more. There must be more. Am I missing something?
I mean, you are perfect. You are perfection. You are the greatest.
Of course. Oh, look. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine, right?
As long as I am with you, mistress.
Yes.
Of course.
Good.
Do you need something? Can I fetch you wine? Can I, do you wish a back rub? What would you like?
Wine and a back rub would actually be...
Of course.
Amazing, thank you.
I will fetch the wine now, Sister Ophelia.
Thank you.
In his ever dutiful way, Percival shuffles off.
Yeah, I feel like when the crowd start phasing out, Ophelia's calm demeanor just drops again. She's just...
That nervous
energy picks up again.
Yeah. Perfect. What about the rest of you? Are people listening in on this, or are you all hiding out in the tavern like we're not getting involved?
There's a crowd in our garden right now. It's hard not to listen in, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Because I know that some people do not like Ophelia's Gravefather stuff, so that's why I'm curious.
I'm probably in the inn with Stuart.
Just trying to avoid.
But every now and then she'll drift past the window just holding Stuart, and you'll just see a tiny, sausage dog, and Daisy just she's still going? Yeah.
I feel like it will eventually be a situation of Ophelia's coming back, look natural.
Yeah.
You probably get the heads up when like the back door opens and Percival is just like, I need a bottle of wine for Sister Ophelia. And then that's not an ask, by the way. He's just stating what he's doing. So he goes immediately over to like all your new wine bottles and fetches a goblet and, and then returns. And you know that, okay, that means she's going to come in a minute. What about Gruff?
Gruff would have attended, because you attended the first one, so he would have attended.
What does Gruff think?
He doesn't like it.
No. What do you I think Gruff, because you'd probably be close to the back, right?
Yeah.
So you would see that young man and, that group of people, as they leave, they're just like, it's, they're basically saying, it's what the Scions taught us. And they're sort of muttering to themselves, like, no, we can't be part of this.
I think, Gruff would be like, there are some fundamental flaws in this theology. Like, he doesn't want to be disrespectful, and it may work in in Osseous and stuff like that, but he fundamentally doesn't think it works here.
Yeah, I love it.
And also the idea of going to war when you're dead is exhausting.
Yeah.
Honestly, fair.
Yeah.
It's hard not to.
There has to be a pretty compelling reason, right?
Yeah.
It's a pretty big cost. And either you get away with not telling people the full cost, or you have to make them believe that what they're doing is the right thing, or that it's worth it, right?
It's very front loaded, the Grey Father
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It's like it's all the good shit's here. Then like
I did like the just be a good sculptor now.
Yeah, which is true.
Yeah.
And but unless you can be one of the rare few who get to be the more powerful undead.
I can't promise people.
You can't promise people that, right? Because
Plus, that's what Ophelia wants to do.
Exactly, she doesn't
wants
want them
I
to
want
become
that.
rivals.
Yeah, exactly.
And hence is what we learn much of the culture of Osseous is there's a lot of that. You have to tempt people that you could be a vampire. Oh, but no. And then the diversion kind of is. Not that that's Mark's commentary on a lot of religion, but.
I think Rowan was pressed up against anyone else that was sharing the window.
Yeah,
So
I think
Rowan's up here, Daisy's here.
and then
You're doing the
Stuart-
Scooby-Doo.
I'm next to it, yeah.
So it's like
Stuart's in the middle.
Rowan's and it's Daisy. Yeah, just like
Borrow,
and then Stuart's at the bottom. It is the full Scooby-Doo of like.
It's a little Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
She's coming. She's
I
coming
think
back.
I think at a certain point when Rowan's listening in, very early on.
Are you reading the script?
Oh, you read my script, cool.
Because the camera didn't see it because we were fully on Rhee and Mark for that, but throughout it, Trot was
Face
like,
was
what the
fantastic. As you kept going, he just kept going.
That was such
in
a
there.
good speech,
What
by the
bit?
way.
Did you wing that bit?
What bit?
Okay. There's a point at the start.
Sinew and pierce the flesh.
Tear the sinew
Yeah.
from those that would go against.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
of that. Like,
Yeah.
Greyfather.
Yeah, I made the
weapon,
note.
like-
All the rip and tear stuff.
Yeah.
But it happened IRL though. We did do that.
Yeah.
We did tear flesh from sinew and kick a head around on the ocean floor for a bit. So
Yeah, but
You did that.
I started it.
I mean, he's a special case.
Come on now.
Look at him.
Come on now.
However,
Yeah, continue.
that alone made Rowan step back and not want to take part in this at
Doesn't want
all.
to
And he
listen
goes
in.
to a quiet corner of the bar and just gets a drink
Sure.
and just stays away from it.
Oh, there's one thing I do need to roll. I need to see what Mateo thought of it.
Does he attend,
love it,
I
love it, love
suppose?
Okay. You would see, because I think you've still got tavern patrons in, right? They've actually probably got tavern patrons in at this point. So Mateo's kind of like at the bar.
They're like, can we get another drink? No.
yeah, Mateo's like, come here, like, I'll do it, and he's serving them. But every now and then, when it's quiet, he'll like drift over and he like listens in at points. And I think you would need to make insight checks to see what, like, if those of you who are present in the bar would need to make an insight
I
check.
think
on him.
I'll
Rowan would.
skip that scan because I want to keep an eye out on the rivalry, I suppose, that's happening outside as well.
Oh, the protesters.
Yeah, I want to see
Effectively.
I want to almost get a read on that of is there like some murmuring going on of like potentially turning this into violence or something like that.
Sure, you don't need to
Early
make a roll
stages.
for that. I'll give you that.
Oh,
What do we
okay.
get for Mateo?
No, 7. I don't.
Seven.
I'm too preoccupied, probably.
22.
22.
Yeah.
You see Matteo listening in,
Cuts his hand.
and he kind of makes a sort of wincing face in that early part where it's about violence and it's very aggressive. And then again, sort of he drifts back over and listens into the young man asking the question, and he sort of like, and he nods his head along with that young man, and sort of like, then he turns back, and you get the sense of he's just like, yeah, no, it's not for me. And you get the sense that for him, it's more that like he, again, like that young man, he's like, I wouldn't want to be a soldier forever either.
Yeah. Rowan has a different reason for not liking it, but yeah. I guess he can share and he can feel the vibe.
Yeah, you just pick up on his body language and like the slight, emotions in his face and the facial expressions he makes. You get that sense that
Rowan leans over the bar and just gets something from the taps and offers it to Matteo.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, friend. Yes, just a nice, good, stiff drink.
Sort of distraction.
Yes, she's very busy, isn't she? She's quite popular.
Well, it might be nice if some of the patrons came swing by. It might be good for us,
We could do a little offer. Children of the Great, worshippers of the Great Father. 20% off.
I'd like to not do that.
All right, that's fine. It'd be good money, but no, that's fine. No, yes, I'm sure that maybe some of them will swing by. And he just goes back to doing his job, basically, very, very briefly. In terms of outside...
Do they have pitchforks yet? Are they okay?
It doesn't look like it's turning violent now, but, it's... The thing is you have this sudden realization of, like, the more Ophelia's influence grows and the more common that worshipping the Grey Father becomes, the Church of the Suns is going to push back on it. Now, how aggressively Ophelia contests the Scions and brings into it things like the concept of worthiness, that will determine their attitude. Kind of think of the Scions, it's like an NPC, right?
Yeah.
NPCs can be hostile, they can dislike you, they can be friendly, they can be helpful. Right now, it is very much the Church of the Suns actively dislikes Ophelia and the Church of the Grey Father, but they are not hostile yet. But it will determine on how she goes about things, and also what her worshippers, what her congregation now does, because Ophelia can only control this congregation so much.
Sounds like they're going to live their best lives.
Now, yeah, they're going to live their best lives, and also it was very clear that violence is something the Grey Father endorses. That they should live their lives kind of to however they like and do whatever they want.
In death, they can become soldiers. Doesn't matter how you get there.
They also were specifically instructed that the Scions and their priests are easily corrupted and serve the Embered. Now that can be interpreted in many different ways. And there's going to be some good from that.
There's going to be people who are just going to try to be the best sculptors right now.
Yeah.
There are some.
Yes, whether or not they can afford that lifestyle.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the 20% that left.
Can Ophelia afford her
And what
lifestyle?
interpretation-
They didn't seem violent. They seemed just
As
sort
in,
of like,
what
gains
interpretation
the
they
things
took
she
of-
needs.
oh yeah.
Ophelia has no concept of material possessions
Yes,
or
but
their
then
worth.
does that mean
I don't
that
think
your
it's how to do
followers
it.
are then going to be like, if I want something, I could just get it.
I could just take it.
Violence.
Just rely on the kindness of others.
I should live my best life. I'll try that drug. I'll
was
gamble. I'll drink. I'll do whatever.
What was it Ophelia said to Gruff in her apology? I take and I take from you.
Oh no.
So anyway, Sister Ophelia returns from the shrine.
Drafting her next pamphlet. How many people can I offend with one headline?
Let me say something. I will support a character's wrongs as much as I support a
Oh
character's
no,
rights.
it's great.
Yeah.
It's so good. But it's just hilarious.
When you have a
speech, by the way.
yeah, it was great.
Now I stuck on
great
this bit.
roleplay. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
great.
no, I know, but
It was
You gotta
Trot's
live with
face.
that now.
But it's also very,
Trot's
very
face,
in
wasn't
keeping with
yeah,
Ophelia.
no, I love the.
And I'll tell you who is gonna love it. The Great
Daddy
Father.
Altheya.
He's gonna love it.
So you got a ball
Yum,
of blood
yum,
there.
yum. Delicious soldiers primed for violence. Goody, goody. House of Rot will love some of them.
Dost Ophelia partaketh in the ball of blood?
That's a sacrificial blood.
That's okay. That's great.
That's
ball
off
of blood.
limits.
That's for the Great Father.
Great
Was
Father's
there was there a moment there when everyone was drawing blood in front of you?
Could have done a whiz save. Whiz save would have been fun.
With
Could do
you?
a whiz save.
Can you imagine?
You did
if the
aggressively
whole pride
think
was
that.
there.
I didn't want to. I don't want to enable this.
This is Brianna's choice.
Is it?
Oh,
It's
weird.
like
This campaign's turned into midnight mass.
I was gonna do that. And I
Yes.
thought that's kind of spoilery.
I haven't seen that show.
It's so good.
No, it's not. It's at the start. Anyway,
So good. I'm gonna do a whiz save. Why not?
this is going to determine how bloody Ophelia turns up in the tavern, I suppose.
I've got to climb up with a DC for this.
My stats.
You didn't even ask for this roll.
I didn't ask for it.
12.
12. I think that you are seasoned enough. You are not desperate. You are not ravenous. It is not gushing blood. I think a 12 is enough for you to resist for now. A thought does come across you, though.
Yeah.
You know, blood and Ophelia's feeding and things like that, and where you get your blood from has been a kind of consistent thing. One thing I will tell you is your congregation, if you ask it of them, they will let you feed.
Oh.
Oh God, the last.
Because they
time
know
someone
what you are at this point. Like, you know,
Yeah,
it's very
it's no
clear that you
secret.
are blessed with undeath, even if you are not fully undead. That you can drink the blood of the living. And I think that kind of, you know, in classic vampire style, like this congregation are your loyal followers. And if you, like Teresa and all the others, like what Teresa probably would have said to you, like, if you are ever hungry, Sister Ophelia, please just ask.
Thank you.
And you know, there are more of this number, right?
Last time a chair went out a window when
Yeah, but
someone
no, this
said
is
yeah.
this is fine.
He was consenting to it as well, and a chair went out a window.
Yeah. Well, perhaps Ophelia has learned her lesson since then.
Doubt.
Who knows? Does Ophelia learn?
Doesn't sound like it.
All right, okay, now you can get the others to help you with this. What I would like to do is we have Teresa, and then I'd like some names for your sort of loyal congregation.
Is this including like the older guard as well?
Yeah, like if you like, yeah, you could name him. There's the younger, the sort of merchant's daughter who's a bit wealthier. Just that I've got if I need to refer to them.
Patricia.
Patricia. It's
Vlad.
Rhiannon's final decision, but
Yorgan for the older fellow.
Yorgan.
Yeah.
As in you're gone. As in you're gone.
Oh
soon.
no, not anymore.
No, Yorgan is written down.
God damn it.
I'm going
With
to eat
two
your
A's,
flesh.
Yeah, 2 A's.
You're
2
gone.
A's. You're gone.
What about blood, boy?
The blood, the bag.
Any other suggestions?
Mad Max, yeah.
Or if you've got an idea of like, can one of them be a halfling? Can one, you know, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's throw some. Yeah, let's do a halfling. Any of the kind of one of the dwarves as well.
You and dwarf?
Yeah. Can Jorgen be a dwarf?
The soldier? Yeah.
You can pick and mix.
Yeah.
What about Hema?
Hematobin.
Hemoglobin.
Oh, hemoglobin.
They're a goblin though,
Yeah. Hemogoblin.
for the dyslexics out there.
You don't have to pick them now, but it was just if you don't want to pick them now, then just come up with some
I
names.
don't know why I'm drawing blanks on names.
I think we've all had a long.
Bob.
Felix Navi's dad.
No.
That is.
It's the worst.
We can do a Patricia.
Never
Throw
done.
Patricia in there.
Patricia. Yep.
Yes. Patricia.
Maybe a Mavis. I like the name Mavis.
Mavis.
Bantheus.
Yes.
Tough.
Again, you don't have to come up with them all now. Just have a
this is
think.
fun. I'm doing a spider web in my head. That's classic spider
Mine's just
diagrams.
covered in webs.
Dust and cobwebs.
Mine's just the corpses of dried
Dimitri.
outcasts.
Dimitri.
Fucking hell.
Perfect. All right. Well, it gives us 1, 2,
Sorry,
3,
have you
4.
joined the
We can always come up with some more as well.
Like you have.
If you say one of the
because he
names is like
celebrates joy.
Ignarius, then you.
Sans data.
No, I'm not Ignarius.
Oh God, you're not. Are you? Sorry.
Nice try. Right. With that, Sister Ophelia, you return. Percival has wine, has ready to bath for you. His bony hands, the most amazing back massage you can imagine.
He knows all the spots as well because he's a skeleton. He knows the best bits.
Yeah. Just gets those phalanges, deep in.
Hello.
Deep tissue.
My book is upside down. Oh, Ophelia.
Hi.
How was that?
Could have gone better. It was okay.
Really?
I mean, it was intimidating. A lot of people.
A lot of people. Yeah, they were spilling out into the garden.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
That place isn't big enough anymore, is it?
No.
Do you think they're all coming back?
Majority might. A fair amount of them might. Yeah.
Do you think more might be coming next time?
I don't know if I should do it here anymore.
Well, where would you do that?
I mean, yeah, you could try and purchase land either in the city or outside the city to have something bigger built.
Yeah, so the garden's lovely, but I'm worried about I might take up a lot of space that we all need for the tavern. If the tavern needs expanding and then my shrine needs expanding, then there's gonna be a lot of space taken up by either.
To be fair, we could open some rooms for guests. That was always an option for
Start
the future.
thinking about expanding the tavern, building it out and building it bigger. But also, if there is anything in the sort of close distance, you could build something outside the city walls. You could maybe find an old ruin to sort of take over and redo, something like that.
Yes, that'd be nice.
Obviously, in the city, planning permission for a whole new church might be a thing, but you are close with the Draconic Lord. But it's certainly an option.
I mean, the word is out now. You could do some more public. I regret saying that.
I kind of think I get any more public. That was pretty public.
That was pretty public. That's what I'm saying. If you need space, there's space all over the city.
I don't know if they will the guards let you just stand in the middle of the city and do that, though? Technically, we own the garden.
No,
so.
I need a shrine. I need a house for all my stuff.
Yes, it would also, I think you would, in Ashen Rest, you would be okay, because again, the Duke has kind of given you express permission, but it probably would be very unfavorable to do that. Outside of Ashen Rest, like street preaching would very much get you in trouble if you were preaching things that were not approved religions. But yeah, definitely something to think about for the future.
About the flyer, Ophelia.
Yes.
It might be a little bit too close to the no pun intended bone. I saw some saints and there was some protesters outside. I'm sure you saw them as you were going out there.
I'm not surprised. I mean, I spoke to one of the priests of, in Brightspire Cathedral, and they very much had something to say about it too. I knew this was coming. This was inevitable, and yes, of course, this drew up a crowd. But I had a point to get across. To me, it felt important, but I'm very much aware.
Sister Ophelia, I have a question for you.
Yes, Gruff?
You talk about the cost of being worthy. Now, I don't mean this to offend you, but are you worthy of these followers, of these open minds? I ask not to be provocative, but looking at the questions this is raising. You are now responsible for the actions and the deeds of everyone in that room. And you preached violence. And you preached indulgence.
Violence and indulgence is my life, I suppose. It's the House of Blood, it's Osseous. It's what I've been taught by my predecessors. I was taught by Ursa to fight for the Grey Father and to worship him in blood spilt by others, and I lavished in the House of Blood's benefits, but I suffered so much to have that. I've been through... I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about what I was before. It doesn't matter.
So
it's all I know.
So if your followers were to get the wrong idea and start acting violently against followers of the Scions and bring violence to the streets of Ashen Rest,
It's a good point.
are you responsible for that? Are you ready to bear the consequences of that? You have their minds. Now, be careful what you do with it. It is your responsibility.
Gruff's words sort of linger. Altheya begins the process of closing up the tavern for the evening. Last calls, that sort of thing. As the day has come to an end. Leaving that as you all retire to your rooms, the words that have been spoken this night perhaps lingering in certain minds. Just before we end the day, what's the last thing we see? Because it's been an emotional day for many of you. What is the last thing we see as you all head up to your various rooms in Tyria's Rest? Let's start with who I imagine might be a little easier, Daisy.
I think Daisy would probably go for a little bit of a walk with Stuart. Just like
The streets.
Everything's been quite heavy, so I think she'll just disconnect, maybe go buy a snack somewhere, have a little walk, and then come back and go to her room just to have some time.
Little late night street
Decompress.
vendor somewhere, sort of,
Yeah.
in the plaza. You kind of walk down to the fountains. There's still a couple of late night vendors and, people coming out the taverns and travelers and things like that.
Yeah, she'll maybe find a little bench somewhere or a little patch of grass and sit and have a little doodle in her sketchbook and just sit and enjoy some alone time for a bit.
Yeah, I think the Market Plaza would be a perfect place for that. It has a beautiful view of the Dominus Ignarum and several famous knights of Caldra, like statues of them. You hear the bubbling of the fountains, magical fountains that kind of flow their waters throughout the day. Sketch those in your book. Stuart happily munching on something that you've bought him from the vendors. And then you make your way back and head up to bed, quite pleased, peaceful, wonderful. What about Rowan?
I think Rowan, it would always be like a little time lapse. Rowan stays in that corner, and you kind of see everyone speed around and slowly filter out to their beds or whatever. And eventually Rowan will pull back his bar stool. And he's been thinking for a long time. And he'll slowly make his way over, firstly to, I think, Xanthias' room. And he'll just let out a big sigh, and he'll come back. And then you can see him really thinking and like almost building up courage. And he stands outside Ophelia's room for a good amount of time, almost like he's gonna knock.
But he lifts the hand up.
He doesn't, and he goes to bed.
Goes to bed. What about Gruff?
I think Gruff will spend some time outside in his hermitage. He misses the cold.
Yeah. Pitching his tent again,
Yeah,
maybe.
and he lights up his pipe. Has Seren maybe like doing, she's flying around a little bit and then comes and settles.
Yeah. See Sir Leo sort of like nestling in his warren.
Yeah, and that's just him until the stars come out.
Maybe it's like as the lights of the nearby buildings all begin to go out, people go to bed, we just see this in the dark, lit by the silvery light of Malia, the moon, and a little bit of the crown's light and the stars. And we just see the face of Gruff illuminated by the embers of the pipe. And then goes quiet and goes dark. Xanthias.
I imagine that we were all sort of around a table, maybe Rowan was separated, but as people are filtering away, I don't know, Ophelia, how lost in your mind are you after the conversation with
I
Gruff?
think after Ophelia and Gruff's chat, like, Gruff will go out to the Hermitage. I think Ophelia shortly after will go outside, see Gruff, like, just look at Gruff, just say, "Good night, Gruff," and then go into her shrine alone, like, close the door with those words, "Are you worthy?" from Gruff, just in her head, just going round and round and round. Sitting there on her by the altar.
Okay.
Yeah, I think before you sort of head out, if it's just like just us two at the table now, I imagine both of us have a lot on our minds. That anyone that disappears, it's like sort of interrupted, like, "Oh yeah, good night," and things like that, before we just stare off into the middle distance again. And I'll kind of sigh and grab the letter that is on the table in front of me and start heading upstairs before turning back to Ophelia. Your words might not strike true for some other people here, Ophelia, but I like to believe that those people that you were speaking in front of will instead follow your actions instead of your words. They'll all do the right thing.
I hope so. I hope I'm doing this right.
Do you want a hug?
Okay. Do you want a hug?
Yes, I do, yes.
Okay.
Two of you just sort of embrace.
Feels very awkward about it.
Yeah, like I mean, what does Xanthias do? Like, you can feel like Ophelia is kind of distant and awkward about it. Is this like Xanthias kind of pulls her in, or are you also awkward?
It's asking if Ophelia wants a hug, Xanthias really wants a hug.
Right. So is this like, as she like, you kind of like pull her in a bit more because you need this?
Yeah.
So there's this moment where you're a bit awkward, and then Xanthias, probably a shock. I don't know if this is shocking for Ophelia, but like really draws you in, and you feel this very tight press.
Yeah, I think Ophelia would then like
Relax
into it a bit more, and respond in kind, yeah.
The two of you just stood there by the door, or perhaps by the stairs. You can hear somewhere in the back room Matteo turning off the last of the lamps. You kind of just stay there for this moment. These two maybe lost souls right now clinging on to each other before being cast adrift. And you separate and go to bed.
Yeah.
And that's where we'll bring the end of the day. And we're also going to take a little early break here. We're going to take our 5-minute break, and when we get back, we will send you off on a new adventure.
Yeah. A little stealth adventure in the Feyweald.
Yeah. Perfect. We'll see you in 5 minutes, everybody. See you back in part 2.
Lovely. Bye. See you in a bit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of Altheya, the Dragon Empire. A sermon to the Gravefather has taken place overnight as darkness falls over Ashen Rest, and we awake to a brand new day and a new adventure on the horizon. Yes. For a request has been made, a favour to be paid, and preparations have been completed.
Laid. There's 3 rhyming words there. Just right, sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow. He's contributing.
I know, it's good job. Good, well done. What is the, is this have a hearty breakfast and then head over to Ravenstar Spire and see Blackwing?
We haven't got scrolls.
I mean,
Disguises.
you can easily grab those.
Yes, so we are grabbing 5 scrolls.
You tell me, like, the scrolls and stuff, there doesn't need to be a big fancy Dan about it. If you want to buy...
Fancy Dan about it? No, I don't want to be fancy Dan about it. Who's Fancy Dan?
Sorry. It's just a guy I made up. He's
okay.
He loves making a big fuss out of buying scrolls. Fancy Dan. But no, you can just.
I think
buy...
Fancy Dan is outside the tavern again.
It's always there.
You will not have the scrolls, Garrett.
How much would it cost us to buy a physical disguise?
So a disguise kit will cost you about 25 gold, and that will allow you to make a check to try and build a disguise, basically.
Yeah.
But it will be limited in what you do with it.
Right.
So you'll need to kind of tell me what your plan is with it. And then
see.
when it comes down to it, you'll make a check to see how effective it is.
I feel like a disguise kit isn't really going to work on a big lion man to make him look.
Well, I think if you like wild shape, like
Yeah.
you said, it made sense.
So I don't think I need one.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go magical with it.
Okay.
Because I'm not proficient in disguise kits.
I don't
Herbalism
think anybody
kits.
is, though.
I
Right.
don't know.
Is it a specific thing?
It would be a specific thing, yes. You would have proficiency
I
in
own
disguise
one.
kit.
Herbalism kit.
Included it.
Herbalism kit. Am I proficient in that? I am.
I
I
can
don't
make
have
good
one.
You
herbs.
could be a big tree.
That
I
pipe
could,
I've been
can I
smoking.
make myself look like a big tree? We've met a big tree. I know what big trees look like.
You do know what big trees look like.
Very
a lot
intimate
of
with
Very
Yeah.
true. You've seen a lot of big trees.
Yeah.
I might get a disguise kit.
Yeah,
Sure.
Just in case we get separated.
Yeah.
Or whatever
Yeah.
reason.
Great. Yeah, so you can buy those. That's really no problem. That's really like going around and buying things like makeups and like extra pieces of clothing. Probably having, probably like fake elven ears and stuff made. And again, like, entertainers, you can go to like the theater and buy things from there and stuff like that. They probably have pieces that you can acquire. So yeah, the Daisy and Ophelia can buy a disguise kit each. It's 25 gold. And then, yeah, you can go and pick up those scrolls, Xanthias, of Disguise Self.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Alter Self is like way higher level, isn't it?
It's second level, so it would go up to 300 gold for a second level spell scroll.
Alter
I
Self.
can
'cause-
do that.
Sorry?
I can do that. But I've got 30 charges on this
Oh wait, Alter Self.
wand.
Alter Self is the same as it's the same duration and it's
Hour.
concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's only an hour, yeah.
Is there anything better?
There's some high level bard stuff and like high level illusory spells that can help, but you probably won't be able to buy scrolls of those even if you look them up. So unless you have access to it, I think bards can maybe get some stuff. So, but Rowan again would need to learn those spells. So
Yeah. Okay.
it might be a case of just making do. With
Yeah.
some disguise selves
Yeah.
and
We'll get enough scrolls for one for everyone.
just remember you can't cast it.
If you don't need it, then that's a spare for someone.
Well, just remember, Tom, you can't cast it. You can only cast it on yourself. So for example, Daisy, you wouldn't be able to cast it on Daisy Disguise Self.
You can't use. Oh, it's a check to use it then, right?
Daisy wouldn't be able to use it at all.
Oh.
So Daisy's not magical. Ophelia is magical. Okay. So
Yeah, Ophelia can cast spells, Rowan can cast spells, you can cast spells.
Right. I guess we're covering you in flowers.
I don't have anything else.
I think Alter Self can be cast on other people, though.
So I will do that. Oh, you alter your physical form. it
Oh,
says.
okay, so it's self as well, so.
That seems a bit like something should be there for. Feels
just
like
have
there
to use
should be
that
a
physical
spell
disguise
for
kit.
Yeah.
being able to do it
Yeah,
to someone
range
else.
self.
Don't need a disguise if you can't be seen.
That's true. Very true.
Yeah,
You have
but
both
I am
check
seeing.
measures. Nah. We're gonna like be snake crawling across the floor the
Camoed
entire
up.
time. Yeah.
It's gonna be a cardboard box.
Oh yeah. Yeah. How much for a cardboard box? Does cardboard exist?
No.
Oh. No.
You can buy a
Make
wooden
you
box.
Gas.
You buy a wooden
Gaseous
crate.
form.
Oh.
Oh gosh.
They travel so slowly though.
Yeah.
Well, a great way to sneak into a place.
You waft so slowly though.
Gaseous form, Tupperware.
Carry it with you.
Yeah.
Cast gust.
Fart in a jar.
Breathe
true.
it in.
Yeah, does that work if you're gaseous form and someone
So you
casts
s-
gust on you?
It would just move you.
Just waft you.
Yeah, just move you. You wouldn't be able to inhale someone because they still take half damage. So if they're in like your guts and bits
Oh,
and pieces,
okay.
that still hurt. But I think you could put them in like a jar and then carry somebody in a gaseous form in a jar. And then when the spell ends, they would just break out of it.
Pokeballs! That's how you can make Pokemon in
Kind
D&D!
of is. Kind of is.
You want to
So
get jarred?
you could put me in jar if you want.
It sounds like you got some options.
Yeah.
Sounds like
It's
you
a
got
good
some
emergency
options.
option,
Yeah.
I guess.
I think
Because
it's option one.
If I get caught, then I can't do anything. So
I mean,
You a Pokemon.
see what happens.
I don't
Fallback
have any
gaseous form.
options.
Didn't we try and do that to Strahd?
Yes.
Like he came through a door
Yes.
as a gas, and we tried
we
to
tried-
put him in
yes.
a container.
It's a lot to get in there. You have to really. A lot of huffing.
Well, either way, pass without trace. And stealth in it.
Can we
Also,
call
much
it-
easier to do against a willing creature than an unwilling creature.
That's also true, yeah. I don't want to be in
That's what he sounded like.
In order to speed up, time from now on. Pass without trace is now P-word.
P-word.
Quote.
Sorry. Pass without trace. Port.
Quote.
Port.
What?
All right. Well, we've got port.
Thank you.
So that's going to
That
make
helps
things
a
easier.
lot.
You know, this is going to turn into a situation like with acronyms when it's like, well, what's the acronym? And it's like, it's this, but I shouldn't really have to explain. I'm spending more time explaining that
Well,
to
now
you
we know it.
than if you just said it.
No.
No, because I'm going to forget.
Let's spend less time on this talking about what quote is and just start saying quote.
No. I refuse.
That's right, guys. I got Bob.
Thanks for preparing quote for us.
I'm unpreparing it.
I was thinking, what spell could that be?
Mark's
May
doing
I-
the thing
may I
where
continue
he's
the
like-
game now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Is
sure.
that all right?
Yeah.
Are we
role-playing?
yeah, okay. So, sorry, I was under the misillusion that this was something else.
No, this is conjuration.
Well, that was
Right, I
silly.
see. That was silly of me.
Are we role-playing now?
You all make your way towards Ravenstar Spire to meet up with Blackwing. Once again, you enter. The doorway appears before you, but this time I don't believe you arrive in Blackwing's sitting room. When you travel through the external door this time, you emerge into a room of the tower that you have not seen before. It is a large. It's a large circular chamber. There is a silvery spiral staircase going up, but it is pure flagstone floor. All of the flagstones are intricately carved with elven script. And within the chamber itself, there has been cultivated a small garden in a large circular sort of patch of dirt and grass in the very middle of this chamber. And from it grows a pretty large but quite short, so quite wide but short tree, unlike any other tree you've seen before. The wood itself is of a blue to grey hue with sort of lines of silver flowing through it. And the branches, the leaves on the branches form this quite thick canopy of dark blue leaves, peppered with lavenders and purples and things like that, as it kind of fills the entire sort of roof of this circular chamber. Within that tree, hanging from some of the branches, you see small, sort of peach or plum-sized fruits that glow with moonlight and sunlight, casting off, not a lot, but enough, that silvery pale kind of moonlight and then the warm orange glow of sunlight as they hang from this tree. Actually, I suppose it's the day. So, in fact, actually, the orange ones are glowing and giving off actual light. The other fruits just are pale silvery in colour. There is no light from them.
Okay.
And you can see dotted around the room, there are cuttings and, potted versions of smaller, strange, unusual-looking plants. All of them have something mystical or rather otherworldly about them. And stood beside the tree, drawing on it with a thin piece of blackened sort of wax or charcoal, is Blackwing, who appears to be drawing a doorway onto the side of this tree, and inscripting it with various runes and arcane symbols as you arrive. You have arrived, they speak, and then turn around to kind of face you all. You see their black eyes kind of staring back like pools of ink, very little expression there. Are you prepared to perform this favor for me?
I believe we are. All present and correct and all ready.
Excellent. You have the figurine I gave you. As a reminder, when you are ready to return, hold it close, think of me, and I will begin the process of opening a doorway to return you to Ashen Rest.
How close to your domicile are we going to be landing?
I will not be able to send you into the city of Athalion directly. That is too close to my enemies, the Unseelie and the Hag Queen. There is a pathway, the Lightless Path. It was once used by elves and others when one wished to enter or exit the city by avoiding the main gates. A small gate guards its entrance into the city. That should hopefully be far more assailable for you. The Lightless Path runs close. I cannot promise that there will not be difficulties, but you will not be far, but just out of the city limits.
Okay, and are there any, as you recall, quiet entrances into this building?
Into my home?
Yes.
You will not need the, and you remember the Black Queen gave you these little, like sigils, probably like little spell stones that carved onto little stones or things like that. They will open the way for you. You may use the main entrance into my estate. I believe the wards and guards I placed up should have deterred any looting from taking place when the city was taken. But I do not know the state of the tapestry or the district. I do not know what has happened in the city. I'm afraid I will have to leave that to you and your abilities to navigate. But my home should be open to you. My guardians should not harm you or cause you trouble. As long as you bear my stone.
Right, everybody ready?
Yes.
Yep, I think
yes.
so.
Very ready.
Let's get this done.
And very well. I will finish my preparations. They finish sketching this doorway and then step back and gather you around. And they begin to speak in a dialect of Elvish that even those of you who perhaps do speak Elven, this is far more arcane and archaic. It bears little resemblance to any languages you might know, even if you do understand or speak Elvish. And you begin to watch as the wood on the tree itself begins to split and crack and creak open, almost as if a doorway is being formed as it conforms to the shape of this arched doorway, this opening. It is not blackness within or magic or space. Instead, you almost see a cascade, a waterfall of a silvery sap drop from the tree itself and form a mirror-like layer over this space. And you see that silvery material, there is something on the other side, but it is distorted, like looking through an exceptionally thick film or frosted glass. You see the vaguest outline of dark tree-like shapes and perhaps what appears to be a trail, like a woodland trail on the road. The door is open.
Okay. Folio of artwork in the study, jewelry box in the bedroom, woven blanket in the sitting room.
That is correct.
Easy. Use the figurine, come right back, all in a day's work.
Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, good.
Gruff's already waiting at the portal light.
All right, let's go in then.
All right. Gruff, you're going to be the first one to step through?
Yeah.
All right. So Gruff enters first. It is a strange thing, Gruff, to press yourself through liquid that is thick yet dry. Nothing sticks to you, but it's like putting your hand through water. Very unpleasant sensation. But as your fingers pass through and as you sort of step in, you would feel there is a temperateness to the air. It is neither hot nor cold. Even in your fur and being unused to warmer climates, it almost acclimatizes to you for your individual needs. And it feels very just pleasant. So for Gruff, maybe that's on the cooler side. But then as Xanthea steps forward following behind, it's a little on the warmer side. Whatever you would find this kind of cool, whatever would be the most comfortable temperament to you. But the other thing that strikes you is there is an inherent darkness when you step through. If you have low light vision, or normally it would be dark vision, with the exception of Ophelia, who does have true dark vision, you step into a dim place. Neither day nor night, but something caught in between. And this trail that you're on, it's one of those twisting country trails that we get here in the UK, where the trees have sort of bent over the road, very Lord of the Rings, get off the road. And it almost has that almost sense of stretching out before you. The muddy, worn trail, there is no sign of real civilization here, just a trek walked by thousands of feet over an infinite number of years. But the trees kind of pull up onto banks and cloud overhead, and there is no break in the canopy. It's like a tunnel of just thick foliage that spreads out and continues on into these tightly packed woods that now seem to stretch on around you. The only natural light comes from tiny plum-sized fruits dotted here and there amongst these trees that all here in the Feyweald, they both glow, but it's a dim light. So there is silvery moonlight and warm sunlight, but it's dim, as if caught just before nightfall, or sorry, just before dawn or just before dusk. It's kind of got that hint of both. And you all step forward out of one of these large trees, just like the one that was in Blackwing's tower. And you watch as the wood closes behind the group of you, as you feel you have stepped from a place that you know. And I think the only one who has really sensed something like this was Ophelia. When you stepped into the Greylands, when you died, there was this inherent knowledge of, I am not home anymore. This, I am in a place that I do not belong. There is this inherent sense of being a trespasser that presses down on you and sort of sticks in your chest as you see this very worn road just leading in two directions. You're not even sure which is north and south, east and west, but there is one way and another way. And that is what you see. You hear animal noises.
Oh.
Strange whooping beasts, twittering of birds, rustling of insects coming from the forest all around you. You don't see anything, but out there, beyond this tunneled sort of pathway, you can tell that there is life abundant in this place. You see strange flowers and blooms and bushes and foliage nestled in amongst all of the trees. None of it all of it unfamiliar, but not so alien you can't understand it. It looks like the kind of foliage you might see around Caldor when you went to the Suncrest Isles, but there's something odd about it.
Right.
It just grows a bit too wild, or its colors are a bit wrong, or there's a slight phosphorescence to it that it normally wouldn't have.
It's not like a creepy place. It is like verdant and abundant.
Just unknown.
Yeah, it's very alien.
Okay.
So I guess it's up to you if that's creepy or not, but it is certainly strange.
Sure.
As you arrive here. Gruff, you've got a pretty good passive perception, don't you? And I think so does Daisy.
I've got 19.
19, 18. The two of you, Daisy and Gruff, you would see just a little animal movement out of the corners of your eyes as you see it's bigger than any sort of hare or rabbit you've seen before. But you see it from behind as it sort of jumps through and senses your presence. And as it kind of whips around, you can see that it has these sort of twisted horn-like protrusions coming from its sides of its necks and over its eyes. Its ears end in these like ragged trails, these sort of like long tendrils that kind of emerge. And it just looks at you, blinks its 2 eyes, like, and then boom, 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 and bounces away like any normal hare would, but it is different here.
Oh, Sans, this place feels very strange.
Right, I suppose first things first is which direction is Varthalian City?
Good question. Do you think it would be the place that is filled with animals? Because it's very loud over there, or is the noise just everywhere?
It's just everywhere, all around you.
Yeah.
You kind of hear like these like odd bits of noise coming off in the distance, and then this kind of almost constant thrum of insects and bird noise, you know, all around.
There's also few places to hide on this road as well.
I mean, you could go off into the tree line, right? But it is a tangle in there.
Yeah,
It's, you would not want to try and navigate through it, but you could certainly hide in it.
Okay.
As long as you keep following the road.
Sure.
But if you have a sensation, I think like Rowan being quite a seasoned traveler, you take one look into this thick canopy of completely alien topography. And you're like, if we go off this road, we're going to be lost. That's it. Yeah, you're probably going to...
I think Rowan would respond to that whilst plucking a plum from one of the trees.
You just pop it in the mouth straight away.
We should not.
When you bite into it, right, so when you pluck it, that light begins to fade quite rapidly, but it's still glowing a little bit. And as you bite into it, do you go for the sun or the moon? Do you go for moonlight or sunlight, Plum?
I think... Sunlight.
Sunlight. You bite into it and it's warm. It's kind of got like it's not hot, but it's warm and it tastes quite bold. There's almost an orangeness to it, but also a kind of spice, kind of a heat and a chili or a cinnamon almost. It's a mixture, a muddle of flavors, but it tastes what I guess maybe could be sunlight. It almost tastes like what you think sunlight might be like.
Pumpkin spice.
Stop.
If that's what Rowan thinks sunlight might taste like, that's what it tastes like.
Gross.
It tastes warm and sunny. Or for Daisy, it might be more orangey. It could be whatever you think it might like align better. It's not
Cinnamon is the devil.
So good.
I will keep plucking plums as I'm explaining. We should stick to the path, I think.
Is that a good idea?
As he starts picking more of these plums, the light in this area is
that's what I was
growing
gonna
dimmer
say.
and dimmer and dimmer.
Maybe
as the others all stop glowing.
Those are quite handy. They give a little bit more light. It's kind of dark.
We leave the rest on the
Maybe leave them
tree.
for now.
I think it's a tree.
You want one? It's really good.
What if it's an animal? What if you're pulling boils off an animal?
Why would you say that?
You should probably be
I'll
careful
put them in
of,
my satchel.
what you're eating in a place you've never been
Oh, they
before.
look fine.
Okay, well, let me know how your
you feel
stomach feels
funny?
in a bit.
Oh, I've had a bad tummy in recent memory.
Wait, how recent?
At the
I remember.
I almost missed Gruffith's initial
Yeah.
swearing in.
Right, we need to make a choice
Yes.
of which way we're going here. And even then, how we want
That
to
way.
navigate. That way? Do you have a good feeling or
Got a good vibe.
a good vibe? Okay, well, good vibes is not bad. Is there anything more definitive than a good vibe that anyone can...
Well, I could try and communicate with some of the animals that we're hearing and ask them. Don't know if they'd be hostile, though.
Yes, it's worth a try. And as for how to navigate after that point, we should probably get an idea of that from the master of stealth in our team, Rowan. What is your idea here?
What? My idea for stealth?
I've seen you literally vanish in front of me.
He was part of the wall. He became the wall.
Well, we've got our disguises, right?
Yes?
Nope.
So we do that, and
Great,
then we
good,
don't
okay.
get seen.
Don't get seen.
Gruff.
I would like to ask the classic druid question.
Put the plum
Are there any animals around?
that I can speak to?
Make a perception check for me.
It's Speak to the horn tendrily one.
17.
17. Takes you a little bit of time, but eventually, 17, yeah, it takes you a little bit of time. You sort of have to wait, and you're sort of listening in, and you can hear animals moving around, but every time you go to try and investigate, you probably startle them or scatter them. And eventually, you maybe walk along the path. You just pick a direction. Like, you know, you're not going to go too far, but you just pick a direction. And up ahead, you spot them. You see that it's got its back to you, and it's probably like halfling size. Like, this is like a 3 foot tall, 3 foot tall. It looks like almost like an owl from behind. Like, you can see it's kind of got like broad wings, its clawed feet are sort of on a branch, it's facing away from you. But you see this large bird-like creature.
This thing's head swivels.
Yeah, probably will.
God.
Look at his face.
I'm so gone.
Remember the birds in Skyward Sword? Yuku? Yeah.
I'm so curious about what voice is going to happen.
I will cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Hello, little friend there.
So you sort of move up and start approaching it. I think that you start, because Speak with Animals, you have to cast a spell. So you start weaving this spell. And immediately, this being the first spell you cast it, you immediately get the sense that your magic is primal, right? Your magic feels strange here. Like, this spell comes way too quickly, and almost as if the air and the environment and the animals are very glad to give you this magic. And it's unusual because you've always had this sense of you have to sort of pull that magic from the land and from the animals and things like that. Here, there's too much. And as you cast the spell, you watch as around sort of your pores and around your mouth, motes of light almost crystallize, and it turns into this powder. Not much of it, a tiny amount. And it sort of kind of flutters all over the place, and it leaves it as a physical residue. Xanthius, from your experience, that is a minor form of essence. It is not enough for you to be able to use, but and you don't think that casting a spell is going to be enough, but you also have that realization, Xanthius.
No.
I think for Xanthius, this could be maybe a shock, or it could be surprising. You have this sudden realization that essence, primal and Feywild magic, is there's so much of it here.
Yeah.
And then you sort of think you don't sense much elemental power here. You don't sense as much celestial power here, or fiendish power here.
Visualized in my runes at all? I guess runes are more...
So what you do sense is that within you have that power. Like, you and your companions all carry some of that magic with you. But there is nothing external for you to draw from.
Okay. So people have essence in them. That's what I'm picking up here.
Well, the material plane is a sort of nexus of all these. The material plane is like a nexus of all of the plane's energy.
Yeah.
So the material plane has essence of everything. Like, it has like all of the magic of the realms, right? Not necessarily essence, but it has all the magic of all the realms. So you being a being of the material plane, you have a natural sort of reserve of magic. Those are your spell slots,
right?
Or you think of it as mana, or whatever you want to think about it. Here, Fey mana is all around.
Everything, yeah.
But there isn't, you can sense that there is a little fire, like from the heat of things and things like that, but it's not the same as on the material plane.
Sure,
There's less of it here. So this is going to have to come from your internal reserves.
Right.
As you go to approach Gruff, as you start casting the spell, you don't have to mark the spell slot off, because as you do, this owl, it drops and swings on the branch, and its face would have naturally been upside down, but now it's the right way up, because it swung down. And it has an upright face to you, but its body is upside down. And you see that it has an far too humanoid face.
Oh, gross.
It has like eyes and lips. Its nose is a beak sort of like protrusion. It has eyebrows, big curled eyebrows that wrap around. This creature is like, no need for that, my good man. Oh, but no, actually, it speaks in a language that you don't understand. Eleanor Guthman? Derendar?
Elvish?
I try to speak.
There is something of Elvish about it, but it's not. It's sort of Elvish, but not.
Sure.
Like you, Xanthius, because you speak Elven.
Yes.
Those of you who speak Elven, like you definitely pick up. Like you think he's asking, like he's like saying, or it's saying hello, and it seems to be like, "What are you doing here?" But you're not like. It's like
so disjointed. Yeah.
it's like, "Hi, where go you?" Like it's like you catch like particles and stuff of it, of the language.
I don't suppose you speak Druidic, do you?
Do you say that in Druidic or do you say that in Common?
Druidic.
Or Ilmerin, I suppose. You say it in Druidic? Yeah. So the creature kind of cocks its head. Language of weavers. I speak small.
Right. I speak small too.
Travel
Why use many words
From
when
far.
few will do?
Travel from very far, from Elmira.
It just does not know what that word means. It does not know what that is. Lost? Lost in woods?
Lost, trying to find Vathalian city.
Vathalian.
Vathalian city.
Nods its head and points a wing back in the direction you've come from, so the opposite way to where you had to walk down to speak to this guy. Points. Vathalian.
Vathalian.
And almost looks concerned. Danger. Bad place.
I know, but we've made a promise to a friend.
Sort of doesn't really seem to understand. Brave.
Brave and scared.
Brave. Vathalian. Points its wing.
Thank you, friend.
Thanks. Many thanks.
Aww, really.
All right, he says it's that way.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
the same way as Rowan's good vibe?
Roll a d20 for me, Kristrap. Flat roll.
4.
Nope. There's the opposite direction.
Oh, well, we were about to go definitely that way, yes?
That's the owl's pointing a wing, probably. Like,
No. But you don't understand what it's like. Gruff and this creature are speaking this guttural, quite ancient, earthy sounding language.
You don't think that maybe deceiving you at all? You trust?
I trust all animals.
Oh, okay.
They have no need to deceive.
It's got an upside down face.
You would also, just as a point, Gruff,
by nature.
you never cast speak with animals. This thing is just speaking. You can all hear it speak. You don't need the spell.
Right.
It's just you don't understand the language it's
I
speaking.
see. It's speaking Druidic.
How far? How far? I speak loudly.
Oh, one of those. One of those.
I do. I could speak in Elvish, I guess.
Yeah, if you say it in Elvish, like it's
Oh,
kind of
thank
the
you very
same. It's like quite broken. You see, this creature is like long. It kind of cocks its head. It spins itself back up, and its whole body rotates like at the waist, and its head, and it goes now right side up. But its eyebrows. When it flips them upside down, it sort of, it becomes like a thing. So the eyebrows stay the same place, but the face kind of spins around. But there's no joint there.
Kristrap's
It
face
just
says nope.
and now it has like these like wispy, sort of like weird beard. And it flips itself around long. Not many step.
Not many steps. Not far. Apparently.
What long?
What long? What long?
It would probably, do you know what? It would probably answer you. It would probably, say a measurement of distance that you've never heard of. It would say like 20 elements, 20 elements. And it's just like, what is that? And you imagine that might be a way that they measure distance here in the Feyweald, but it's never, it's like somebody who's never heard of miles before. And you say, oh, it's 3 miles. And they're like, what?
Can I take like a long stride and then point at the ground and say 1 elemeth?
Kind of cocks its head and shakes its head.
Half elemeth?
Shakes
Oh, we are many elements away from this place.
Well, that's good. That's good. That gives us time
Yes.
for disguises and planning, and at least then we know no one's going to see us.
So we've got 18 and 19 passive perception. What is anybody else higher? I know
Oh, God, goodness, no.
14.
Don't
14.
talk to him about
Don't
perception.
even bother looking this way.
Burgeoning.
What a lose.
8, okay.
Okay. So as you're having this conversation, the creature suddenly it spins its head completely around again.
Oh, God.
And then it looks back and it goes like, no, time, leave.
No time, leave.
And it just
we have to
flies
go.
into the thing.
I think we have to hide.
Okay.
Hide or run?
Hide.
What'd you guys do?
They said leave, so I think run more than anything.
Which way?
Towards...
Which way did the owl look?
So it flies into the deeper jungle.
No, but
into
which
the
way?
Which way did it
when
look
it
when-
behind. So the way that you want to go towards.
The way we want to
Oh.
go towards.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
And you can see, in fact, I think, Daisy, your keen eyesight, and you hear Nim in your head as well, Daisy. So, you've sort of arrived and you've been a bit distracted talking to Sal, but you can tell that Nim is taking everything in.
Yeah.
In that, a soldier who goes into an unfamiliar room. Like Nim is trying to keep a track of which is the tree that we came in from. Like, how far have we moved? Like, scanning the environment, like that looks like a good place that we could hide. Like, she's almost they're not relaying this information to you, but you can tell that they are thinking about all this stuff, and they are in very tense, way more tense than they normally are. Like, I don't like this place. We never fought here. I don't know this land. I don't know this place.
Do we hide if something's coming?
Yes, hide.
Okay, I'll go there, over there, and if I can get an idea of where
She'll
where
direct
they're
you
thinking
to. There's like a series of trees with maybe one fallen over, and it's covered in like mushrooms and moss and things like that. There, and
Get off the road!
As we're doing this, I will start casting Pass Without a Trace.
okay.
Oh,
What's that?
plus 10.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. It's taking more time than if Mark just let me cast Pass Without a Trace and tells me about how casting the magic is going to leave a very visible trail.
So it doesn't leave a very visible trail, but it's that same thing of like you almost draw in the magic to hide your tracks, to cover up in this dirt road where you've stepped and moved. You watch as little wisps of wind and leaves kind of brush away the footsteps. When you watch as Xanthias like breaks a couple of branches of a bush to like push by, but not big ones, but like small, like little delicate bits.
Xanthias turns around, falls over, face plants, rolls,
No.
Put it in the mud.
starts burning the forest.
But things that no normal person would think to worry about. You watch as the trees like remend them, like and kind of reset themselves
Nice.
to show that there has not been a passing of creatures here. But it does also, you watch as these little tiny bits of powdery dust are like sort of gathered around. But you all move on. The other thing is Daisy and Gruff, and once it's pointed out, the rest of you as well, down the road, heading in this direction, you can hear almost like a wagon.
Okay.
And you can hear a wagon moving, and you can also see a lantern, like it's actually projecting a light. So that's what you probably notice is like this place. And there are figures, but the light is facing towards you, so you don't see much detail. You can just see that there are figures and a wagon coming this way.
Orange sort of candlelight, or is it?
No, it would be magical. It would be
Right.
more of like a silvery white light, like an LED light almost, And it's you can't see the silhouettes of the people behind it.
We hide.
Okay, into the trees. Somewhere, probably.
Here.
There.
There, okay, there.
Rowan's plucking a load of plums
Okay,
from an area, which
Okay.
also darkens the area.
it does dim it, yeah.
The benefit is he does get loads more plums, but it's also because it's a darkened area. And he,
So you watch as the shadows deepen in that area as you all settle in. Can I have stealth rolls from everyone, please? With a
Everyone
plus 10.
gets a plus 10 bonus.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Oh, cool.
from
Pass Without a Trace.
Plus 23 for me then.
Plus
You'll
23.
learn.
Wait, no, plus 16 plus 23.
16 plus 23. That's
Yeah.
probably quite high.
Oh, kidoke.
39.
39 for Daisy. Daisy. Very well hidden.
Have we ever had a roll that high?
You've
ever?
never seen me.
39.
In a row, I'm pretty sure there were a few over 40 rolls.
that's true.
so.
You've never seen me in your life.
Well, I got 22. Thanks
22
to
for Xanthias. Anything lower than 22?
25.
25,
32.
32,
19 without pass without trace. Pass without trace.
29.
29. So 22 is the lowest.
Damn it.
So what you see is you all dive for cover and you all kind of hide in this now dark and shadowed patch. The magic of Pass Without Trace kind of disguising your presence here. As you see a bunch of animals sort of rush past you. They're fleeing from whatever it is coming down the road. You see a sort of cross between a hedgehog and a squirrel, but it's all bright purples and blues, and its eyes almost glitter as
Squidge hog.
I want a squidge hog.
you can call it what you like.
Squidge hog.
You know, its spined tail, it sort of, I imagine it's got a bit of a sugar glider, so it leaps between trees, and then it almost uses its tail to like hook itself into places, pull itself up, and then it jumps off and glides, and uses it to climb. Maybe it spins up into a little ball and rolls.
Don't give them that.
So it's a cross between Sonic and Tails.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I said it was a hedgehog and a squirrel, and it has a spiky tail. Squidge hog.
Trying to remember the squirrel character.
You
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name.
hear armored footsteps.
Oh.
Quite a few of them.
Oh.
As something begins to draw near, and you see, once you blink past the light, about a squadron, a small, almost platoon, talking about 12, 13 maybe armored soldiers who are escorting a prison wagon. Wagons with bars, and you can see that there are creatures inside those bars. The whole wagon is being pulled by a very oddly muscular wolf, like an oversized wolf, but its face is not a wolf's face. It's a warg. It has a much more goblin-like face. And it is speaking with the soldiers it's walking to. Cool. And you hear it like, how much farther? Don't want to go farther. Silence you. And it kind of gets a smack. You'll do what you're told. And in fact, actually, no, you would not hear any of this in common. This is all being spoken of in that language.
I can speak Goblin.
It's not being... the warg speaks in Goblin.
Okay.
So the warg... And I'm very interested to know how Gruff knows Goblin.
Goblin Traveler up and down.
Sure, you must have learned it from that. So weirdly, yeah, like you recognize the language of this goblin, and this exchange, this like quiet, and then the guards go back to speaking this mixture of Elven and something else.
Yeah.
I think that if you speak Elven, you pick up again on the gist of the conversation.
I imagine it's very, very, very basic words.
Yeah, you would probably hear Xanthias if you speak a bit of Elven. You can sort of pick out this conversation. Captain, what's going to happen to them when we get them to the prison? Meliscara has said that painful torture and punishment. We need to know where the rest of them are, where their leader is, this centaur. But yes, they will. I imagine she'll let us have our fun with them. We can flay their skin and make sure that they suffer for standing against us. Rebels. And you hear them spit into the dirt. As they begin to approach closer, you can see that these soldiers have dark ash grey skin, and they are a mixture of sort of elven and goblin physiology. They have like the elongated ears, but they're a bit larger and quite jagged, and then their features, high cheekbones, they're quite... There is something appealing about their faces, but then their eyes are quite, this horrid yellow, and they're, these tiny little pupils. There is something unsettling about them. Yeah. Their armor is dark blood red kind of steel, made of like jagged plates and sharp spikes, and you can see that there are things like ears hung off of spikes and hooks on their armor. You see fawn ears, you see elven ears, you see, all sorts of these quite nasty trophies, horns and like tooths and antlers that have been snapped off and, attached to like, fetishes and hung off them as they approach closer and closer. The armor is kind of beautiful but also how horrific it is, but it's exceptionally well made, and most of them carry gleaming axes and shields. One at the front is carrying a double-handed greatsword, which is this beautiful, very well-made piece of work as they move forward, and he's the one carrying a lantern, and you see that silvery light is sort of ebbing and flowing. And as it draws closer, Gruff and Daisy, you would notice that it is the source of that light within this lantern is a tight, very weak-looking pixie who's like just their wings are wrapped around them and they're just sort of huddled up as they are basically being trapped in here as a source of light. There are more of these armored figures at the back as the wagon is coming closer, and you can see that one at the back has some of that ornamental armor, but is mostly robed, and she seems to be speaking to a fully plate-mailed, armored, almost like commander-like figure, and they are sort of conversing in whispered tones. In the prison wagon itself, you see four bound and, most importantly, gags, like heavy leather gags in their mouths. You see four satyr, so goat legs, horse ears, horse tail, little men and women. Big, thick, voluminous hair. The guys have little goatees and Fabio-style kind of locks that spill around their shoulders. But it's matted with blood. It's greasy, and it's it's clearly they've not been bathed or washed for some long time. They've got quite barrelly chests and little bellies, but you can see there's muscle to their arms. But they're covered in wounds and scars and scratches, and they all have. You would see it is a vertical. Oh, sorry. The soldiers have a vertical stripe of red down their ash grey face, so they have this kind of long red line. You can see that these satyr. There's one woman and three men all bound up in this prison wagon, and they look in a sorry state as you hear them draw closer.
I will activate group chat. I have to leave one person out though.
Do you now? I thought you leveled up so you can include everyone.
Yeah, I thought you could because
Let me
we
see.
had
Let me
Zant
just
in the last one.
Oh, did we? Okay.
I think I was just allowed in that one.
It's because you keep using too many emojis and gifs, man.
What? How else am I meant to communicate? With
Oh,
words?
no, I can. Yeah, 4.
Plus yourself.
4 plus me.
Yep.
Yeah, you're all in the group chat then.
Not Percy.
Not Percy. Sorry. It's okay. Percy's not in the group
Does Percy need to stealth as well?
Oh, that's true. Percy would have needed to stealth as well. In fact, you can roll this for
You'll
me.
get a +10 too.
Yeah.
It does just hit everyone.
He's disadvantaged
in
because
my
he's just
aura.
wearing normal
Ah,
chainmail
nice.
now, so.
6, 9, 19 for Percy.
So that is the lowest.
I'm not the worst.
They are still a little ways out. They're making their way down this road, but they are kind of coming from where you need to go.
Yeah. So the prison is the opposite end of the road to
It's in the opposite direction. Vathalion.
Vathalion, yeah.
So the group chat's been
Group
activated.
chat's activated. Sorry.
Yeah. Do we need to be told? Because or do we
No.
just sense it?
You'll
Yeah.
you'll know.
I mean, at this point, Nim can even probably tell them, I am connecting your minds for Daisy.
Connecting.
It's a bit like that.
So Xanth is the only one who can understand the people, though, right?
Yeah, I can't understand.
Well, I can, very, very basic stuff. You
Basically.
can pick up Goblin, though.
Well, I can only understand the warg.
I understand none of them.
Is there a water plum?
No plums right now. You need to stay still, I think. Let them pass. They are going to, I think they said it was a prison or something like that. Something about either baking their kin or flaying their skin, one of the other. I'm not picking up every word. Either way, bad.
These don't look like the baking kind.
Probably flay then. You can see the ears on there. That's grotesque armor. What do you think of it, Ophelia?
I mean, it's beautiful
Yeah, I
armor
thought
to look
so.
at. The ears kind of ruin it a little bit. It's a bit gauche, but the armor itself is beautiful.
But either way, we just let them pass, and then we can carry on down that path, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think so.
good.
They got a big bright light though.
Then let's dig in deeper then.
It's not a light, you guys. There's a pixie in there.
Oh.
And it doesn't look very
How
happy.
many of them are there?
Probably 12, 13
Okay,
of the soldiers.
we can't take that many.
Okay.
Let's dig in deeper.
So, guess knightly oaths don't mean that much.
Fuck off!
Though you see, Gruff, those satyr, if ever there was a definition of the weak, the infirm, and the vulnerable, 4 trapped prisoners, bound for torture, death.
Sam didn't tell me that bit.
He said that they were going to get their
mean-
skin flayed
Or their kin baked,
or their kin baked.
something like that.
I mean, it's one of those things. Like, you can absolutely let this go by, but I'm going to warn you now, Gruff, that you swore an oath.
In Altheya.
Does it extend across realms?
Yeah, on the material plane.
It's a
Yeah.
regional
Gr-
oath.
knightly oaths are all about the fine print.
Yeah, of course.
They're all about the exact specific wording.
And if we're going to say gruff oaths, let's just call them groves.
I was thinking that.
But like I said, you could just let this go past, but it would be going against your oath. I know you're not a paladin, but it kind of is the same thing with a knightly oath here in Altheya.
Oh, she's doing the teeth thing. Ooh.
I feel like
If
I'm
it
sticking out a
helps.
little bit like a sore thumb here.
If it helps,
Okay, just give me a time.
most of the number they look like soldiers. They don't look particularly dangerous.
Okay.
Not quite minions, but you don't think there'll be much of a challenge. The mage, the commander, and maybe the captain, yeah, maybe could be something, but the others just look like grunts.
Yeah. I think as soon as Daisy says about the pixie and the pixie light,
We're the
as
only ones
well,
who could see the pixies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I cannot let this pass.
I could maybe pick the lock on the wagon to get them out, and maybe they could help as well.
Well, what about all of the guards? There's still all of the guards we have to deal with.
So many of them.
Well, yeah, but then if we have 4 extra people,
There are innocents. We cannot let them be tortured.
The wagon draws closer and closer.
if we spring it on them, they won't be expecting it.
And if one of them gets away, that's immediately our plan failed.
Well, we don't let them get away.
Look at them, Xanthias.
That pixie looks so weak.
They could be the bad guys.
They can
How are
help
we
us.
to know?
They can help us.
As the wagon draws closer, you see, like, the satyr. Like there is a hate in their eyes to these captors that they've got, and you can see that on their shoulder there is it's a tattoo of a wolf's jaws with a chain in its mouth, and it's biting down and breaking the chain. And you can see it's like a stylized wolf head breaking a chain in its mouth, and you can see this tattoo is quite blazoned on their back. And they're sort of wearing ragged cloaks and things like that, and they're sort of leaned up against the thing, and you can see one's just glaring at some of these soldiers. And this unseelie soldier, turns around, he just says something in a language you don't understand. For Xanthias, it's just like, "What are you looking at, rebel?" And then just like jabs something into his eye, and just jabs like a thumb into his eye, and like throws it back into the cage. And you see this like satyr, like he's gagged. He can't. He's just like.
I will draw their attention.
I'll unlock the prisoners.
I'll confuse them. Literally with the spell confusion. Not like I'm going to jump out and just
I will stealthily try and move away from where everyone's hiding.
Sure.
We can coordinate.
So you kind of want to separate
Yeah.
a little bit from the rest of the group.
As you say that, you
Can I
do
do
not.
the same?
Sure.
You do not have to join me, but I cannot let this stand. And with that, I will move a little bit away, and then I will stand up and I will walk out into the road.
Just stand out into what a badass! Like, and I just move into the middle of the road. You shall not pass. Kind of axe in hand now as well. Shield.
in front of me. I'm not going to be aggressive, but it was that kind of like,
Ready.
you know, here's my shield, here's my axe.
The light kind of falls on you, and your shadow stretches out behind you, and you would hear in a language again you don't speak something. Halt for Xanthias' benefit, like who are you? Kind of spoken out, but to you, Gruff, it just sounds this sort of mixture of Elven, very beautiful language, but it sounds so horrible coming out of these soldiers' mouths, stood there in their gruesome armament, and you know they just point at you and bark and sort of kind of look at you curiously. But I think you being a wild heart and being a much more animal wild heart, they don't seem that perturbed by that. Like you get the impression that maybe there could be fey creatures that look a bit like you, or at least they're a bit sort of taken back. Like, what is this? Who? What? And it's move now, by order of the Queen. Move.
Can I speak to the warg in Goblin?
Yeah, the warg is just like, hurry up with it. Like, why are we stopping?
Do you wish for freedom, friend?
You think he speaks fucking goblin? Freedom?
And he just laughs, and you hear the soldiers laugh, and one says in Goblin,
It speaks the tongue of the goblin. What is this joke? Freedom? He is one of us. A servant of the Hag Queen.
and it's now that you see that this warg has the same red stripe down its face as well. You couldn't see before. And with that, they're just, it says, one of the captain says in Goblin,
we won't ask again, stranger. Move by the Queen's order.
I serve no queen.
Then you will die.
Can I take a shot from
Yeah.
the woods?
Well,
Helion before they, like, if I just see them draw their, can I take a shot?
you absolutely can. Next time on the Highlight. We are going to do a shorter game today. It's going to be a little shorter session, I'm afraid to say, because we've had a very busy week and we've got a lot going on. But it's a perfect time to kick off a brand new episode with a combat.
Yeah.
Just jump straight in. So we are going to bring that up next time. But you absolutely can do that and launch a little ambush of your own.
Cool ending. Cool ending.
These...
Fuzzle Pop's friends couldn't let it go.
I mean,
weren't gonna let
I
it go.
very specifically was like, yeah. Like,
I
okay.
didn't think it would happen.
It's okay. I'm just
You knew.
When you were just layering on the details, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm just laying there. I sigh.
Listen, being a
fireball.
knight is really cool. Unfortunately, and you asked me for this, you have to be tested.
He's gonna do some stuff.
My fate, if you ever play Paladin like this, I love doing it with Century as well, like Paladins and Knights and people that like, you gotta put those moments to the test.
You need to hand your DM knives or testes.
Yeah.
Wait.
What?
What?
Testes?
Good test.
Why are you talking about my balls? With that delightful note, that's going to bring this episode of High Rollers to an end. We're not going to read any messages or things like that because
I will say that afterwards.
we'll do that
Yeah,
afterwards. That's right. Yeah, that's right. We will do that.
Just don't do them anymore.
That's it for this week. We'll see you next time for more High Rollies. Take care. Bye-bye.
See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.